Today's sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada, where the memorial torch honoring legendary owner Al Davis has just been lit, and we are set for football at Allegiant Stadium. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. Oh, he shifts past him. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
I still remember back in 2013 when he was drafted out of West Virginia. He was coming off of back-to-back 4,000-yard seasons for the Mountaineers. Hadn't seen as much game time in recent years, but at one point, a capable starter in the NFL.
14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
Well, this defense certainly knows they're going to have their hands full trying to slow down this passing game. Here's an example on the very first play from scrimmage. I think we'll see some different looks, maybe some pressure from different places, but it didn't work there, and it's a quick first down.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Tucker. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Throwing now is Geno. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Chauncey Golston. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Everybody was coming on the blitz that time, and they got home.
And you know the expression, hat on a hat, in terms of blocking, trying to keep your quarterback protected? Well, if you don't have enough hats, that's the end result. Your quarterback goes down, and sometimes he goes down hard.
Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Geno now to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they finally bring him down, but he reaches the 16. It's a big play there for Vegas. 45 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage, good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. And
he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up 3rd down. They'll make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
Now Geno. Touchdown Raiders! Ashton Jeanty, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield of the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And that makes it 7-zip Vegas. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. Leading him out is their rookie quarterback, the young man out of Ole Miss.
For every rookie prospect, there are always nerves involved in this moment. Running your team out to start a game. But there's a reason they brought him in. We're willing to make him their starter today. They believe he can overcome those nerves and lead his team to a victory. We saw him do it at the collegiate level and really make himself into a leader and someone you can envision doing the exact same thing here in the NFL.
We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up. 2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Tracy going to get it on first down. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
And the Raiders have got him. Tyree Wilson using that athletic ability to make the play.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. Dart from the gun on 3rd down. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
On 4th down, Jamie Gillen on to punt for the Giants. Back deep for the Raiders is Trey Tucker. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time? Let's keep doing it until they stop us. Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. They'll fake it. Now Smith. He finds Mayer here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A gain there of 21 yards.
50-yard line.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
From a couple of yards beyond midfield, here's 2nd and 8. A shotgun snap for Smith. Left side complete to Lockett. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 34-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. And the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of the times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. Those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Ashton Jeanty with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Raiders lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. So the drive there took 6 plays. And the last play, a really nice run that culminated in the touchdown. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. To throw is Dart. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Well, Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper. A little do-it-yourself run right there, and a nice game.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
As this complete to Daniel Bellinger. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Straight ahead, here's Tracy. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 6. They're going to try the jet sweep. Robinson with it. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. To throw now, Dart. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 23. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
On the give, it's Tracy. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the 2nd quarter as they go to work on a 1st and goal. They'll bring a tight end in motion. Now it's Tracy. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
2nd and goal from the 1. Singletary is going backwards here, all the way back to the 5-yard line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And I know that one didn't work out the way they thought, but I don't think it was a bad time to call this play. You're thinking on 3rd down, you might possibly see some pressure. You might see a blitz. So they tried to set up the screen, but that one was well read, and they stopped them for no gain.
Dart to throw on 4th down. This is caught. It's Robinson with a Giants touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Giants take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Point after here coming up. And that one makes it 14-7. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it was finished up by a touchdown catch from Wan'Dale Robinson. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. They'll go again with Genty. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, you know they had a 3rd down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
Now a man who tore up the Packers in the NFC title game a few years back. It's Raheem Mostert. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4. Gino going to hand it to Genty. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Back to throw, Smith. That is caught. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run. And the Raiders are going to get a new set of downs.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Smith going to try and run with it. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Now it's Smith. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Dexter Lawrence able to bust free and get to the quarterback. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another, because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. They'll set up a throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. 4th down, and on comes the Raider kicker, Daniel Carlson. This a 43-yard attempt. Carlson able to put this one through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He threw a touchdown pass last time they had it. And he'll look to get him in the end zone again here as they start with the first down. On play action, here's Dart. And this will be caught. It's Isaiah Hodgins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
That's a nice throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good because, remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wind up getting good yardage and a first down right out of the gate.
A quick throw out wide, caught by Robinson. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Off the play fake, it's Dart. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 16.
That's a nice explosive play there, and this defense told us we have to have our eyes right on their RPO sets, and they did not have their eyes right.
I love that term, eyes right, meaning they have to be in the proper place and read your keys. And a smart thinking guy running an offense can see when you break down on that, and he took full advantage of it.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 15-yard line.
On play action, here's Dart. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
The Giants on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Here's Dart. He's got this complete to Robinson. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Wan'Dale Robinson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Giants have got it back to within a score in the 2nd quarter, and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Koo now for the point after. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it was finished up by a touchdown catch from Wan'Dale Robinson. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, He really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. 58 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Right back to Genty on first down. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Now 2nd and 3. Once again, it's Genty. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. From the 50, it's Smith. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Brian Burns flying in there and dropping him for the sack. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Gunnar Olszewski deep for the Giants. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. Now comes Wan'Dale Robinson with this New York offense. He's been good so far to this point in the second quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
They'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the second quarter.
First down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
First down.
A play fake, and now it's Dart. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Malcolm Kuntz. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out, because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. From the shotgun, a throw for Dart. Man open is Robinson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 26 and a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Dart. Open target here, Darius Slayton. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Now a 2nd and 2. From the gun, Dart. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield, but as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body, because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up the first down.
Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Boy, everything clicking on this drive. He's 4 for 4 now, and that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another first down.
In motion left, Robinson. To the air once more is Dart. He'll find Hodgins there complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down.
First down and 10 yards to go.
Dart going to look to throw here. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies are trying to force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes a field goal unit. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will tie things at 17 all. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. He lets it fly for Lockett. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So we are deadlocked at the break here, and the EA Sports Halftime Report starts now. Here's Scott Hanson.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. Scott Hanson back with you in the studios in Orlando. We've got a close one, as we expected. No quarter given on either side. We are all tied up at the break. This one could go either way, so let's find out as they're ready for the third quarter kickoff. Send it back out to the stadium and our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, great work as always. We'll see what the second half brings here. These two defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads at intermission. These offenses, they have had their way so far. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
First down. It's a gain of 6. First down, Giants.
Robinson's got it.
Brings
second down and a little more than a yard here. They'll hand it to Tracy. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
My high school football coach was very fond of saying, you've got to meet force with force. And on a short yardage running play, that's what you're going to encounter. And how about them picking up the first down on that one?
To the air, Dart. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's second down. Throwing, Dart. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you could actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
At the 33-yard line.
Now he'll try to run with this. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. That one will go for 9 yards and a first down on the keeper.
And the Giants first down. First and 10.
So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Giants first down. First and goal, New York.
To throw, Dart. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Raiders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground with Ginty. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Bobby Okereke making that tackle. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3, your front 4, your front 5, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit. And that's what he did on that play.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Now Gino. And they'll find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
48-yard line.
When you get into the second half of a tie ball game, you start realizing that every play takes on a bigger significance, and this is pretty significant right here. This is where you start putting the pressure on that secondary, and that's a job well done there.
On first down, it's Genty, and he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 45-yard line.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 7. Now Smith. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
And in the second half of a tied game, every decision gets magnified. And here, if he forces this ball, it could be intercepted. So that's the prudent play to just airmail it out of bounds.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Smith. He will have the first down and a bit more. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open it up to even more big plays.
And they'll try the option on first and goal. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. A great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Incomplete. It's now 4th down and goal.
On 4th down, here's Daniel Carlson for the Raider field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Carlson is good. And with that, they take the lead here, 20-17. Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin the second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Now comes Wan'Dale Robinson with his New York offense. He's having a day here in quarter number 3. Over 100 yards, couple touchdowns. Every receiver's hope for when they head into that game in the National Football League.
And his team is loving what he's giving them. Of course, the yardage is terrific, but I think it's what you mentioned, the 2 touchdowns. That's the big one because he's paying off his results downfield.
And still more time here, third quarter. We'll see what else he has in store for us.
At the 31-yard line.
Now a 2nd and 6. On the ground, here comes Tracy. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
To throw now, Dart. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 27. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raiders offense and Geno Smith headed back out for this next possession. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Throwing is Smith. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. His second catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up 3rd down now. To throw is Smith. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
That's good.
It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Throwing now is Geno. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
A give out of the gun to Genty. Oh, good move. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. A Raider 1st down, 17 yards.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Geno now to throw. Throw caught by Mayer. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these 2 teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And that one not fooling anyone. It'll go down as a completed pass, but it will lose a big chunk of yardage.
A loss of 9.
9 yards is the loss on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
A 46-yard attempt.
The kick by Carlson is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback. So that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll go play action here with Dart. Now he'll tuck this and run. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Kudos for the defense from me on that one, because they were prepared the whole way for him to try to escape and hit them for more yardage running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in on him and kept him contained when he pulled the ball down. I think he was fortunate to get what he did on that run.
In motion right is Robinson. To throw is Dart. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Giants 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Well, this offense hasn't been at their best here. They've made some mistakes. They've been frustrated. They've been largely shut down. But then you look up and say, wait a second, this is a one-score game. So they're still very much in this, and they're on the move here with a 1st down.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold them to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
Here's Dart. And quickly into the hands of Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here.
A gain of 12. 1st down, Giants.
On play action, here's Dart. And that one complete to Hodgins. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
A gain of 12. And the Giants 1st down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, it's Dart. He's going to air one out. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Jalen Hyatt, 33 yards. And the Giants are an extra point away from going back on top here in the 4th. And what a throw that was, Charles. You think about the situation, close game, 4th quarter, rookie quarterback. He doesn't seem phased one bit.
So much for bright lights, big city, and will he wilt? Not at all. The stage not too big, the moment not too big at all. They needed points on that series, and not only did he produce a touchdown drive, but how about finishing it off with a big play that only adds to the momentum that they've already established.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Raiders offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. This one incomplete and over everybody. Looked like a clear throwaway, but the officials, they're going to say there's a receiver over there in the area, so no flags, and it's 3rd down. Now it's Smith. They'll try and set up the screen to Genty. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard stripe. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger gain.
Cole now on to punt, and he sends this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. The Giants offense and their wideout getting set to go once more. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early, and it has paid giant rewards to this stage of the game. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that will bring up 2nd down. Here's Tracy. And only a couple there up to about the 23-yard line.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 4 of 7. This time it's 3rd and 3. Here's Dart. It's complete to Robinson. And he will have a Giants first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Play fake, and here's Dart. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football into places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
2nd and 10. Throwing his Dart. A short throw pulled in by Bellinger. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Dart. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. And now that brings up 4th down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack. Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket. because you mentioned the feast or famine part. He's played well in between being dumped on his back, but every time he's had a chance to throw the football, he's been impressive.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for New York. Let's take it inside his own 40. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Brian Burns able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
They'll get this out to Genty.
That's a gain of 10. Brings up 3rd and 7.
Now 3rd down and 7. From the 50, it's Smith. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the 1st.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of, and in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a 4th quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
Here's a toss to Genty, headed right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Ashton Genty taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Raiders have taken a 4th quarter lead. He's got the hat trick, 3 touchdowns now.
Did you throw yours? Did you throw yours out
I
there?
didn't have mine. You've got yours. You've got one of those Abe Lincoln hats.
Yeah, and that stovepipe is going right out there for a nose for the end zone. 3rd time today. I think he deserves a tip of the cap.
And now the Raiders will face an important 2-point conversion attempt here.
The Raiders will line up.
They'll try and run it here.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Giants offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes. And he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the 4th quarter, and they got a big one.
Yeah, it's such a close game, a very big one. And he comes back with one complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
It's a gain of 16 yards. And the Giants' 1st down.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the first down.
Now Dart. Pass complete to Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. He'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. That time, Charles, great job keeping him in the pocket and not letting him escape.
And, Brandon, I think this was a great example of the front and the back working together, meaning the back covering, no place to go with the football, and the front, terrific job on the edge so he couldn't escape outside. And then, of course, the inside pressure kept him hemmed in as well.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as the understanding where they are in the field?
Back to throw. The short throw pulled in by Bellinger. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Not good. They didn't move the football an inch, and precious time ticking off the clock. Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Back to throw. They'll find Hodgins there complete. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10. He's back to throw. Now he's going to step up and run.
Nice solid game there, partner, but the clock is starting to become his enemy.
Absolutely. Every second right now, more and more precious as it ticks.
At the Raiders' 10-yard line.
Here's 2nd down and 3. Looking to throw, Dart. Over the middle, it's complete. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
1st and goal, New York.
Here we go, 1st and goal. To throw, Dart. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. CD, that was an all-or-nothing drive to win this football game, and they rose to the occasion to take the lead here in the waning moments.
And how about how they got it done? No timeouts left. They take it downfield, execute perfectly, and get it done. Now they don't leave their opponent with a heck of a lot of time on the clock.
And he will not get there. He comes up short. And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a one-point game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. A lot of time for this unit to get. And it's a fumble. And this will get out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage. So fortunately, they're able to hold on to the possession. Well, obviously, you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline and saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Well, agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense. Yeah. I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. One last throw here for Smith. This for all the marbles. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffered the loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting it to midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending to an entertaining contest, though.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Las Vegas.